guys, this is the Gabriel Sin, and welcome to another edition of my thoughts. And this is going to be on Splatoon for the Nintendo Wii U, and how I feel that this is one of the best new IPs I've come across in a long, long time. Let me try and explain. First up, I'm going to talk about the single player. The single player is actually surprisingly good. I went into it with not a lot of expectations and went into it with a case of, I'll just use it to learn the controls and then I'll move straight on to the multiplayer. And that was kind of the case, but I must have played at least 2 or 3 hours before I moved right onto the multiplayer. So I actually did enjoy the single player mode. It's set out in a very, very similar way to a lot of other Nintendo sort of platformers. And it's the case of you just go through the level, kill the enemies, and then you face like an end level boss. And it just all kind of progresses from there, really. And you go through like world for world, kind of like Super Mario games. So it's not necessarily anything amazing or revolutionary, but it's solid, it's fun. So if you're considering getting the game, definitely don't disregard the single player. I think you'll get some fun out of it, definitely. But, of course, the main mode, the main thing that people want to play with Splatoon is the multiplayer. The multiplayer is the bread and butter of this game. And the main mode in the multiplayer is called Turf Wars. Now, basically, the premise is you're on a team of 4 against another team of 4, and your main objective is to paint the level. So you can have a variety of different weapons. You could either have a gun, or you may even have like a roller that can roll paint out very, very quickly, but obviously in a very concentrated area. Or you can use like a gun, which is a bit more random and a bit more spread out. And you basically help your team to try and paint as much of the level as you can, and the highest percentage wins. Simple as that. And that is what I really like about this, because this is not a multiplayer game that focuses on shooting. Yes, you can kill the enemy characters that you're up against, and that may help you paint the level, but the main aim is to paint the level. And because of that, I've found that I've been able to get into this a lot more than any other online multiplayer game, bar, say, GTA Online, than ever before. One of the main problems I have with the likes of Call of Duty and FIFA and other big online multiplayer games is that there is virtually no learning curve there. You don't really get a chance to properly come up against someone at a reasonable level. There's no sort of gradual sort of increase there. No sort of matchmaking at all. And because the main aim is very much in FIFA, score more goals than the other person, or shoot more people than the other person in Call of Duty, you're going to come up against people that are dramatically better than you. And that's fair enough. You can't help that in any online game. Even Splatoon does have those issues. But the difference is that you can be an effective teammate by just painting the level in Splatoon. And there have been rounds where I have literally not died once or killed any other characters at all. Yet, I've ended up highest on the points total at the end of the round, both on my own team and the opposition's. Doesn't always happen, but I'm usually near the top because I know what the aim is. And what's really nice as well is the fact that the levels themselves are always changing. So I believe there's around about 8 to 10 levels that you can use for the online multiplayer, but there's only usually 2 available each day. So they basically rotate around, so you lose that. There's not so much of a huge advantage where someone's hosting a lobby and they just keep picking their favourite map over and over again. There's no real none of that really happens, at least on the sort of regular mode anyway. So yeah, that's nice as well, because it mixes things up on a daily basis, and you get to see the levels, and you'll learn the levels over time, of course you will, but it always tries to keep you on your toes that way. So yeah, that's just a little bit about Splatoon. I honestly believe this is one of the best new IPs, like I said at the beginning of the video, that I've ever come across. It is super, super fun. It is easy to get into. Honestly, I would consider this a system seller. I know there's been a lot of speculation recently about the Wii U and how long it's going to last and things like that. But if you're seriously considering getting a Nintendo Wii U, you have to get Splatoon. It is one of the most fun games you will play in a long, long time. So anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on Splatoon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.